Hello, welcome to RandoConvo, a podcast where we talk about random subjects with random guests. I'm your host, GamerNate92, and this is our co-host, Archer, aka Acrobat the Dragon.
Hey everyone! Thanks for joining us today.
So how have you been doing today and this past weekend?
Actually, it's been pretty fun. I've been working on my final projects, which normally is stressful, but I'm taking a bunch of fun classes for my current semester. So, I've been working on 3D modeling stuff, and then also, audio things for the game I'm working on for my class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm modeling a clownfish right now.
What was that?
What?
What was it?
Oh, I did just take a sip of soda.
Oh, okay.
That might have been it. I'll wait until the in between to do that. Okay, but yeah, I'm modeling a clownfish for my class right now.
A clownfish?
Yeah, a clownfish. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I'm making a clownfish in my 3D modeling program.
Oh, I was like, yeah, it's like I'm like a clownfish. I'm like, what?
No.
That's what it sounded like you were saying.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really fun. I'm enjoying it.
Cool. So, today's subject. Get ready.
Uh,
Childhood shows and movies.
oh, okay. This should be interesting.
Like the shows and movies that we grew up with as a kid.
Man, I need to think. I spent more time playing games. Well, I mean, I did watch a lot of Disney Channel as a kid.
Yeah. Like that counts.
Yeah. I think my favorite show was The Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh, I've only seen snippets of that one.
Oh, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's about this, the main character is this, she's a middle kid, her name is, Alex. I think it's short for, like, Alexandria or something, but the show calls her Alex, so that's her name. She's got a younger brother, Max, who is basically the comic relief big dumb idiot son who does pranks and stupid things all the time. And then, yeah, he's pretty funny. And then, she's got her older brother, Justin, and he's like the elite, smart person who studies like hell, but also is kind of an emo punk guy, because he's a fan of this band called Tears of Blood.
He studies what?
He studies everything.
Okay,
He's
I thought you were
like
he studies
super
hell,
smart
and I was like,
person.
wait, what?
No, he does not study hell. That is not how they get their magic.
Oh, not.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting how they portray magic in the show, because, it's like this sort of, genetic thing. Like, if your dad or mom was a wizard, then you inherit the magic, too.
Huh.
So,
Usually...
the mom, who is, not in the bloodline because she was married into the family, she doesn't have powers.
Oh.
But, their dad used to. But, see, he has, two siblings as well. And basically what happens is that, like, once every generation, there's, like, this sort of competition kind of thing that happens within the family, and whoever wins gets to keep their powers. So his dad, he used to, but he didn't win the competition, so he lost his powers. But he still knows how it works, so he teaches his children magic, basically.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's really fun. And kind of spoilers, but...
So it's nothing like Harry Potter, where even if your parents are Muggle-born, then you would still get magic powers. Or you would still use magic.
I mean, no, it doesn't really work that way. If you don't have any family members that know magic, then you don't have magic, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really cool, cause, I think the mom, Teresa, I think she might be my favorite character because, she's got a very fiery personality. She is, Latin American. I think she's Mexican. She knows Spanish. Um, and so, like, you know, she's kind of like
Comic relief.
she's, well, she can be. They all make jokes. It's mostly Max's younger son that does the jokes, although the dad does it too, because, um, I forget to mention that they live it takes place in New York.
Hmm.
The street, of course, is called Waverly Place. That's why the title is the way it is. Um, but they own a sandwich shop, and they live above it. You know, one of those kinds of businesses with the apartment of it.
Yeah, where you
I
live
think,
above your business.
yeah, yeah. So that's the kind of setup they have, and they actually also have like a magic den. Like that's pretty standard for any wizard family. You have a magical den
Hmm.
where you practice your magic in, and you can disguise it as any room as you want. And for them, the disguise that they use is the freezer in the restaurant. So like the walk-in freezer. It kind of think of it. You know those kinds of doors that were in Monsters Inc. where
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah,
open it
yeah.
and you're in a different room on the other side of the planet. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like that. You can either use the magic to go into the wizard den, or you can just, go in for work to use the freezer. Because
Oh,
only the
cool.
family works in the restaurant, no one else.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. We found out later that there's like this wizard academy society kind of thing that not only like teaches people who otherwise can't learn things, but they also are basically the magical police. They
Hmm.
like make sure because it's a huge no-no to reveal magic to the rest of society
To the
because it's supposed to
muggles.
be secret. Pretty much, yeah. If you tell people about magic, you've basically committed the greatest crime that you could commit. It's like it's just like earth shattering. This can't happen. It's super illegal because Salem was a thing. That was the
Yeah.
last time. that was literally the last time magic got revealed to the world was Salem in this universe. So like they don't
Oh,
want that to happen again.
crap.
We don't want any witch hunts or people getting killed and stuff. So it's a huge deal. Just don't ever do it.
Yeah.
And so the society's in charge of it.
Yeah.
Um, but I actually learned in the series finale, spoilers, but basically, in the wizard competition between the three of them, Justin barely got second, or actually, Justin, barely lost. Barely lost.
Hmm.
But, because Alex technically won, she got to keep her powers, but also because, um, just he lost because she was like stuck and she needed help getting out, so she saved her, or he saved her and got her to win.
Hmm.
And because he did something heroic to give up his winning spot, and also because he was super smart and was basically he was basically an apprentice to the big leader of the magical police force people.
Hmm.
He basically appointed to be the new head of the magical police people because the person he was training under, he's like really old, like 1400 years old, because magic makes people live longer,
Wow.
and he was ready to retire. And so
Hmm.
basically, Justin got to keep his powers because he was now the head of the magical police force people.
Ooh.
And then Max, who really didn't care about magic that much. He only really used it to do like really dumb things, like guys, I use magic to fill the bathtub with pudding, like like really dumb stuff. He was like, hey, I get to own the sandwich shop, like because the dad also decided to hand over the reins to Max. So like it was a good ending, honestly,
Oh,
and I
nice.
can't say the same for most of the other Disney shows. And there's a whole bunch of like extra things that happen. Like there's other like magical creatures that exist, like werewolves and vampires.
Hmm.
And actually, Justin gets married to a vampire. In the end, she's actually really nice. you know, do you remember Good Luck Charlie?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, she wound up playing the main character in Good Luck Charlie after the show ended.
Hmm.
So like, she's very nice. She's a good. I think she's a good person.
You
Last I
think?
checked, but
I think she's a good
I
person.
can never tell. It's Disney Channel. You know, Miley Cyrus existed. The Paul brothers came from there. I can never really take things with like seriously. The only one that I actually know is straight up a legit good person is Zendaya.
Hmm.
Because you know, you've seen her all over the place. She is freaking awesome. But um, yeah, no, it was somebody else. I can't remember who played Alex, but she was pretty good too.
Hmm.
It was just a good show, honestly.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah,
I gave
I
like a
remember. I
really
remember kids
abridged
in
version.
school saying that they liked it.
Mhm.
It lasted for quite a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. I think it had like, man, I think it had like 6 or 7 seasons.
Wow.
I'll have to look it up now.
Well, the shows I grew up was like they're really old now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like 90s and early 2000s.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the one show that I remember me and my brother watching every week, like constantly, was Power Rangers.
Ooh.
Yeah, specifically Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's it,
All right.
it
Yeah,
it's
I'm looking it up. By the way, Wizards of Waverly Place had 4 seasons, but it lasted like 5 years.
here. I got it.
Anyways. Oh, Alex was played by Selena Gomez. I knew I recognized her
Yeah.
face. Selena Gomez. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, I've never really watched the Power Rangers that much. I saw the movie all those years ago, and that was
Yeah.
good. I liked it. I know like for
Yeah.
like veteran fans it's meh at best, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just remember like other friends of.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, my computer froze for a second.
Oh, all right, my bad.
See if
Well,
it's okay.
okay. Anyway,
OBS is still going.
that's good. Okay.
But yeah,
Anyway, so like,
it froze for a second.
yeah, that's all right. I'll just restate what I said. So yeah, one of the first memes I ever saw when I was a kid, I must have been 11, 12, thereabouts.
Mm-hmm.
But it was this the meme was of it had to do with the Power Rangers. They had their they were like standing left to right in a line. They had their arms crossed and there was an explosion in the background. And the caption of it said, "Power Rangers, we make grass explode just by posing." Yeah, yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
Now, the 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 Power Rangers, it's actually the the footage is actually stock footage from a Japanese series called Super Sentai.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Uh,
Hmm.
forgot what the name of it was, but yeah, the Super Sentai series like happened like I think went back into the from late 70s, and now it's their 40th anniversary.
Wow, that's been going for a while then, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, there's a first tie. Yeah, yeah, it is way old. Yep,
Oh no.
yep, in the 70s.
Man, really?
Uh
That's
huh.
like,
Yeah, here's the
what year did it first come out?
Hold on, but here's the very first group.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's
If the red guy were just a little more to the right, it would be symmetrical.
yeah. But yeah, there was one Super Sentai series or Power Ranger series that I wished came to America.
Which one?
Where they would use their powers that are based off of the constellations.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
sounds really cool.
Yeah.
So like Leo and Libra and Aquarius?
And Cancer and all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Taurus. Yeah, the Taurus Ranger looks friggin' awesome. If only the
I'm sure.
If only the friggin' picture would quit being so pixelated.
Oh, yeah, that's alright. Yeah, I have seen like
and then
I think the only show that I like. Sorry.
And then then there's the Power Rangers that are like trains.
Trains?
Trains.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, look.
Do they have like some crossover from Thomas the Tank Engine?
I guess.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, the Japanese they're pretty weird. But yeah.
Oh man.
They've had a few Power Rangers that were used the stock footage from back in the 80s, which is where Mighty Morphin Power Rangers started, and then it just exploded with popularity.
I can tell.
Hold on, I'm gonna find a better picture. Constellations, because it's just like the costume designs for that just looked so interesting, and what's cool, the characters that are under the suits, like two of them are alien.
Oh.
Yeah, the wolf and Tauros.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The wolf.
It's like an anthropomorphic wolf and bull.
Oh, alright.
Yeah. Yeah, check this out.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know.
That's actually some pretty good camera work. Like, I may not like the Power Rangers because it's extremely cheesy and I can never take it seriously.
Yeah, yeah.
But is that the intended effect? Are you not supposed to take it seriously?
Well, at points, yeah, you can't take it seriously because it was from the Japanese, but it's got good story to it. In some parts. My favorite part of the Power Rangers was the monster designs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I always loved it when they fight the monster in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah.
My there was a comic relief like for the kids. For the Rangers when they were outside their suits.
Yeah.
And who, by the way, I've met some of the actors.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know. I've met 3 of them so far.
Oh man.
Austin St. John. Dang it, he plays Zach. I forgot who plays Zach in the series, but I met him. He's really cool. And then I met the Jason David Frank, or Tommy from Power Rangers.
Okay.
He played
That's pretty awesome.
He first started playing the evil Green Ranger, the one that Rita Repulsa took over or created.
Oh, all right. Okay.
And then he later became the White Ranger, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jason David Frank is doing a lot of he's beyond a black belt in martial arts.
Man, really?
Mm-hmm. His hands are so dangerous that he had to get a license for them.
Really?
Because they consider his hands as weapons.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Anyway, the other shows that I've watched as a kid, show from the 90s. Just to jog my memory, because it's been so long.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you what shows I watched during that time because I did not exist.
Yeah, but you might recognize the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah, I've actually never watched any episodes. I've only seen clips of like very specific moments.
Blues
Uh,
Clues.
um, I oh yeah, I watch that all the time.
Me,
Um,
yeah, me and Austin were like in kindergarten, we loved watching that show.
yeah, I was pretty young too. I think I watched it through like maybe first or second
Yeah,
grade. Yeah, I
Rugrats.
remember Salt, Pepper, and Paprika were my favorite characters.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, it was very wholesome, just like a cute married couple and all of that. Um, and yeah, I did not watch Rugrats.
Oh
But
dang.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, it you could
I've
see it on
yeah.
Paramount Plus and all that. Speaking of
I
which,
I'm
there's another show called All That.
oh, you know what? I've heard of that. I don't know what it's about though. I've only heard the title.
Hmm. Now,
And that's about it.
I'm sure you've heard of this show, like in like your English class or whatever. Uh,
Hmm.
Wishbone.
Actually, no. Never heard of it.
Really?
Really.
Wishbone. It's like this little rat terrier that had like this like
Hmm.
a brown colored ear, and on his other ear, it's just three brown spots. And
Hmm.
it would teach you about these famous uh, book stories, and he would portray as the lead character in it. And
Oh, that's funny.
it's live action, so it's still just a dog.
Oh, interesting. Actually, I think now that you talk about the dog, I think I've seen the dog. Maybe.
Hmm.
Hmm. Let me look it up just to see.
Plus, you also must have heard Reading Rainbow.
I think I've heard of that. Wishbone. I can kind of see it.
Rainbow.
I'm seeing him dressed up as Robin Hood right now.
Yeah,
That's kind of funny.
yeah.
He's even got him like pulling a bow and arrow somehow, even though he doesn't have any thumbs.
It's yeah. They had to puppeteer like with fake arms or something.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah,
That's the only way I can feasibly see that happening, especially back then.
yeah.
It seems it ended in 2003. So yeah, I was 3 when that ended. So like,
Oh.
um, I think my first real interaction. Um, Actually, I can probably talk about the first movie I ever watched, which is probably something that everyone knows about. My first ever movie was Peter Pan.
Oh, Disney or the play?
Yeah, yeah, Disney. I
Oh
have seen
yeah.
plays of it, but my first version was the Disney animated movie.
Oh yeah. My yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Peter Pan for the first time, but it was actually the play on VHS at my grandparents' house that I remember seeing first. Then I saw the
Oh, okay.
cartoon.
Yeah, the only play I've seen of Peter Pan was actually at my local high school, in my hometown. I actually never went to that high school. I moved before I went to that high school.
Hmm.
But I saw my hometown's high school performance like live, so I saw it in person. And yeah, it was really cool. I got to meet Peter Pan. She was really nice. Yeah, I don't know why they cast a female.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, kind of a
Yeah.
full circle kind of thing. I think that was my first time I saw a female portray themselves as a male. So maybe that
Yeah.
planted a seed somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They always did that, like in the plays, because
Yeah,
because
young boy voice.
it's really hard for a man to wear a harness around the waist, if you know what I mean.
I'm sure. I am very sure.
Anyway,
Yeah. So,
the
but
one,
also like the whole like women making good young boy voices, so like things like that.
yeah, but this was the first that I ever saw with Mary Martin
Oh, okay.
from
All right.
1960.
Oof, that's an old version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
In
wonder
fact, you
what a
could.
remake of that would look like. They would probably like remove the Native American scene just because the song is pretty racist. Like,
That's the thing. The songs from the Disney movie was made after this.
oh, okay,
This was way before that.
gotcha.
It turns
All
out that
right.
you could still watch this version on YouTube.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you this. Yeah, this was like for little kids.
Like really young, like can't talk yet young, I guess.
Well,
Or
not that young.
I mean, like maybe yeah.
But if you reckon,
Barely learning how to walk young,
but if you,
I would say.
I'm not sure if this is the same guy, but the guy who plays Captain Hook in this, I'm sure voices Prince John in Robin Hood and Disney.
Oh, that's cool.
Because he has the same British voice. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Okay, that's scary. I sounded just like the dude.
Well, I was gonna say you
Why
sounded
should
just
I?
like your insectoid professor person
Oh
in
yeah.
D&D.
Oh yeah, he does.
Just minus the little
Oh yeah,
minus the little mandible
he does. He
things.
does sound like that a little bit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. But my first Disney movie that I ever watched is still my favorite movie, like period of all time.
Mhm.
Mary Poppins.
Oh, that one is so good.
Dang it,
I love that movie.
Just saying that title again, just had a wave of nostalgia, and just, oh my word, the movie's freaking perfect.
It is. I think the only way to actually improve it is just to improve the video quality and all that. Like just a technical upgrade. That's all it needs.
They did.
They did. Yeah, they made a sequel.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
I don't think the sequel is as good, but like, oh, they do like HD remasters too and
Yeah,
stuff like
that's
that.
what I
So
was.
like,
That's what I said.
okay, that's what you meant. Okay,
Yeah, or that's what I
my
meant.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, I actually remember seeing this behind the scenes kind of thing.
Ooh.
You remember the scene where it's like in the middle of Step in Time, you know, that classic one.
Yeah.
And Mary Poppins does the stance move where she's like jumping up and spinning in the air over and over for like a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I remember her saying that the way they did that was that they like put her on sort of like a turntable kind of thing that rotated.
Uh-huh.
And she basically was spinning on this little wooden platform over and over again. And they just, you know, have the cameras where you can see her feet.
They sped up the footage.
They might have. I don't know. I think they just had her go like really fast. She looked at how dizzy she was after.
At that speed, yeah, no.
I mean, they probably did like speed it up to some degree, but I don't know how much.
Yeah.
But that was pretty cool to be honest.
But yet,
I can't remember any other parts of the behind the scenes thing.
yeah, here's the crazy part. During the practice routine for Step in Time to practice the choreography.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said they had to do it in like 100+ degree weather.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
But yeah, like Dick Van Dyke, he was, oh my word, he did excellent in that.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And I'm glad that he got to reprise his role in the sequel.
Oh yeah, he
where
played.
he laid out up and danced on the table.
Yeah, As the old banker.
Oh yeah, yeah. The sequel was good. I still think the original was better.
Oh, hands down.
Because a lot of the remakes are never as good. Honestly,
Right.
I honestly just don't even watch remakes anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. I hated how they did the Lion King. The remake.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't know. I didn't watch it.
Good.
But apparently they removed Be Prepared, which is a
No,
crime against humanity.
They didn't really remove it. They just botched it.
They castrated it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They just made it like low effort chanting instead.
Yes. That's exactly what. So
I actually learned another thing about it.
So let's move on.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that in the original version of Be Prepared, they actually so it was Jeremy Irons, I think, who stepped in briefly because the voice of Scar couldn't sing low enough in some parts.
Yeah.
So like Jeremy Irons came in and filled in for him in a few spots, and we didn't notice it until like 20 years later. But it's a very extremely minimal difference.
You're thinking of something completely different. It was Jeremy Irons is the voice of Scar, but they had to bring in Jim Cummings, aka the voice of Winnie the Pooh.
Okay, yeah. I knew like
Jeremy. Who I also loved watching as a kid.
Yeah.
The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I actually watched a lot of Winnie the Pooh when I was a kid too. I saw oh, you know what? I saw Piglet's movie in theaters.
Oh, I watched me too. Theaters.
Yeah.
And the Tigger movie.
Yeah, so oh, I don't think I saw the Tigger movie. I just remember that I forget his name, but the owl, he's my favorite character.
Owl?
The owl, yeah.
Yeah, owl.
Oh, it's just Owl? Okay.
Yeah, it's just Owl.
I wasn't sure. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if he had a name or not. Everyone else does. Man. Okay. I mean, alright. I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Oh, come on.
Anyway, oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, there's one other cartoon TV show in the 90s that me and my friends as students would always watch in science class every now and then. I'll give you a hint. Beep beep, seatbelts everyone.
Oh yeah, me too.
Magic School Bus.
What's the name? Magic School Bus. I heard it got a remake on Netflix and it was terrible and everyone hated it. They stopped making it, I think.
Yeah, they did. I'm glad.
Yeah, because it was horrible. The animation was in Flash instead of traditional, and you could tell because it was very on model and everything felt robotic and stilted and static.
Yes.
Like, it was horrible. The expressions were just, ugh.
Yeah.
But man.
But yeah, that's another classic 90s show.
Oh, I think it transcends the 90s, honestly, because I watched it when I was pretty much all throughout public school, except for maybe, like, upper middle school. Like, I watched it all the way from, like, oh god, I can't even remember when it started. I've been watching it, like, for so long. Mostly in school. I haven't gone out of my way to watch it otherwise, but what are some episodes both of us can remember? I remember one where they go through space, and that idiot girl who was Arnold's cousin, where she just kept going, prove it.
Yeah.
Like,
I hated that character.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, it was Arnold's sister.
She is such a sister? Okay, I thought they were cousins. My bad. Anyway, so, like, I remember she, like, forced the bus to go through Jupiter so that she can collect another red spot in a jar.
Yeah, every planet.
And then it,
collect a piece from every planet.
She would. Yeah, I just specifically remember that she collected some of the red spots, the red storm in a jar.
Yeah.
Which would be really cool to have in person, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I just wish I'm sure that would be really awesome. And also some of the precipitation that happens there, because I hear that it actually rains diamonds there.
You say that again because you went. Yeah.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I heard that it rains diamonds on Jupiter.
Wait, really?
Or yeah, either Jupiter or some other planet. It might be Uranus. But yeah, yeah, still can't go there because the air is still toxic for us to breathe.
But I remember.
I heard.
But I think we all remember what happened on Pluto when they got there.
Oh yeah, when Old took off his helmet and his face froze up, and he somehow survived.
His whole body instantly froze. Yeah.
Yeah, and it honestly scared me.
I was like,
because there was a build-up and stuff, and everyone screamed, and I mean, that was so scientifically inaccurate.
Yeah, but still,
because
Pluto
doesn't have an atmosphere, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Plus, now we know.
So,
now we know
if you were to expose yourself to,
you would get sucked up, it turned inside out, pretty much. Because of the vacuum of space.
I actually remember. Yeah, I actually heard. There's this video I watched from.
Well, actually, there is a a thin atmosphere in Pluto, but not strong enough to hold air.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I think it was Buzz Aldrin. He basically described what happened to you if you were to jump out of a spaceship naked or something, or just not wearing any protective things. So he basically said that you will implode, and also on the side that you're facing the sun, you'll get a terrible sunburn. Then the side you're facing away from the sun, you'll freeze to death.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that happened at the same time. That sounds horrifying.
Yeah, and not only that, you'll also get an extreme dose of radiation, higher than Chernobyl.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's more radiation out there anywhere.
Yeah.
Than anywhere else.
Anyway, that was one of the episodes I remember from that show. Then, and of course, you mentioned Thomas the Tank Engine earlier. That's one of the shows I grew up as a kid. I watched that show all the time. It's just I was just so fascinated with the model trains in that show.
Oh, you know what? I still have a love for model trains now.
Oh, you too?
There's actually local. Oh yeah, I love model trains.
Nice.
I might own a collection of them at some point. Right now I don't have the space. It's a pretty size-encompassing hobby, so it's not something I really think about. But there's this local history museum that has an entire room dedicated to model trains, and once an hour they fire off and let it go through everything. Ooh. It's really cool. The room is huge. Well, it's not giant, but it's sizable. I would say 200 square feet, thereabouts. Fairly big. But it's full of stuff. There's a hospital, a parade, an aquarium, all kinds of things. And they all go through different parts of town. It is really cool.
Nice.
But yeah, I would play with the toys as a kid for Thomas.
Yeah.
Mostly in the Books A Million. The kids section of Books A Million when I was a kid had a full set of
Well, for me, I always got mine at the Heights Toy Store in Little Rock, which isn't there anymore.
Oh, okay.
Which isn't there anymore.
Oh, okay.
So then we also got them at Barnes and Noble in the kids section.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The little
I've only been to one
wooden
once.
ones.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I've only been to a Barnes& and Noble, like, once, and it was in,
Oh, I love
a
Barnes.
city that's, like, very, very far away.
I
Like, I
love
had to
Barnes and
fly
Noble.
there. It is really cool. It's
Yeah.
an awesome store, honestly.
I love they have a manga section.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's where I get my manga now.
oh, alright, yeah.
Yeah.
They have a whole D&D section, too.
Wait, really?
Oh, yeah. Like physical books, dice,
Ooh.
uh,
Like a creature book,
Smiths.
book.
Oh, yeah. They have a book of monsters. They got all of the books. Player's Handbook, Dungeon Master's Guide. Yeah.
Now,
Although I don't have a Barnes& and Noble, so I just go to Books A Million for mine, because they have a D&D section there, too.
I've heard about Books A Million. But
Books A Million? Oh, yeah.
But yeah, but back on subject. Sorry.
Yeah. You're good.
There was one. If you asked me what my favorite show from my childhood was, like the one show from the '90s that's my absolute favorite, it would be Home Improvement. With
Man, I really want to watch that show.
it's such a hilarious and fun show.
Yeah, I've actually seen, I've seen, God, what's his name? I can't remember the character.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. I've seen him, be in other shows like that, but I haven't seen Home Improvement.
I'm sure you've heard his. I'm
consistently.
sure you heard his voice in Toy Story.
Toy Story, yeah, he's the voice of Woody.
Buzz.
Yeah. I mean, I know him. Oh, Buzz?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Woody is someone else.
Tom Hanks is
Woody.
Woody.
Tom Hanks. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Right.
But here's a fun fact. Later, after Home Improvement, Richard Karn or Al Borland, he hosted Family Feud for a while.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. But yeah, but Home Improvement, there's so much stuff in that show that just makes me die laughing.
Yeah. It sounds like the people who wrote the show are very, very good at being funny.
Oh yeah. Well, Tim Allen helped because it's based off of his stand-up.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Because he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Right?
But yeah. Oh yeah.
Alright.
He started off as a stand-up comedian, which everyone loved, and then turned it into a TV show or a sitcom. Now, there were a lot of relatable moments in that show too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean,
To make your characters interesting, to make it better.
huh?
And you gotta make your characters interested, or like your characters interesting in order to make the show better.
Yeah, and
for the most part.
you got to see the kids grow up,
Mm-hmm.
which the show lasted for 8 seasons.
Ooh.
Yeah, from 91 to 98.
Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah.
I need to watch that show, huh?
Yes, you can get the entire season, or season. You can get the entire series in in a toolbox.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you could.
In like a physical DVD?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Or you can get it on iTunes.
I don't know if I have any DVD
players.
players.
Or you can get it on iTunes. I think. Hold on. Well,
iTunes. All right.
let me check on iTunes real quick. Yeah, you can get the whole series on iTunes.
Yeah. You can watch it on Amazon Prime Video, Vudu, and Google Play as well. It looks like.
You can?
Looks like it.
Cool. But yeah, one of my favorite moments was I just had it. What was it? Oh yeah. It was one of the Christmas episodes where Mark was questioning if Santa Claus was real because a kid at school told him that Santa wasn't real. And this was like in the in the first season. And So Tim and Jill are trying their best to. Jill, the wife, is trying to convince Mark that Santa is real by just making up stuff. Ed is like, well,
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
Santa is real. I mean, who eats all the milk and cookies whenever you wake up? And is like, yeah, that's true, but how do he put all those presents into one bag? And Tim's like, he folds them.
What?
Yeah, he's like, folds them? It's like, yeah, you know, then he gets Mrs. Claus to sit on top of the bag to push all the stuff in.
Oh man.
Yeah. But
Yeah, forget
it's
the
like,
Mary
but
Poppins logic when it comes to the back. That's the way he does it.
yeah. But then Mark's the youngest child, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Randy and Brad always pick on him in the show. Randy's played
Oh.
by Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he was in a lot of Disney movies. Anyway,
Hmm.
he was like the like a young heartthrob to a lot of the young girls back then. They loved him. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, Santa.
Santa. Yeah.
So Mark was like, well, how do you fold a goldfish? How do you fold a pony? Well, if you have a quarter horse, Tim. if you have a quarter horse.
Oh man.
But later on, Tim was trying to talk to Wilson, the neighbor, who you never see the lower half of his face.
Oh yeah, I've seen that actually. I've seen clips of that, and then I've seen Whose Line Is It Anyway make fun of that too.
Yeah. How do you, neighbor?
Yeah.
He would always give Tim advice, and then Tim would use that advice, but of course botch it up, but still get the point across.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Anyway, so then they would say that Santa, spoilers, Santa isn't real, but the spirit of Santa lives on.
Oh yeah.
And then
That's how I take it too. He's kind of like the mascot of Christmas.
yeah, but then later that night, Mark kept asking questions, and Jill and Tim just gives up and is like, and the door rings, and Tim goes to get the door, and Jill's like, Mark, it's the spirit that's Santa, and then all of a sudden Santa's at the door, and and we could tell that it's Wilson dressed up like Santa.
Oh man.
And then he gives Mark the present that he was wanting, which was a remote controlled dinosaur, but of course we all know it's Godzilla because it looks like Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
And Mark's like, oh, great, it's not even folded. And Mark and Brad, they get a rubber band and a button. But
oh, like a makeshift slingshot, I guess.
yeah, but because they didn't believe them, it was like, well, Santa, even though you don't believe me anymore, Santa did bring you a gift anyway. Brad, I give you a rubber band, and Randy, here's a button. But and then for Jill, Tim's like, anything for us, Santa? And then it's like, and then they're like, well, we get caught up in like all the commercialism and pageants and decorating and all that. Which, by the way, Tim's very competitive during the Christmas decorations. He put crazy stuff on the roof. Like, he'd dress up the three wise men into like the Three Stooges.
What?
I know.
Oh.
But anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. So then but then Santa Wilson said that but we always like, even though with all the craziness going on, we always get together with family, and then he pulls out a mistletoe, and then Jill gives him a kiss on the cheek and says, "Merry Christmas, Santa." And Wilson Santa looks over at Tim, and the audience starts cracking up. Tim's like, "Don't look at me, man." And then Wilson Santa leaves, and then all of a sudden we see Jill has a shock on her face. And Tim's like, "You know what? That Wilson is one fine neighbor." "You mean that Wilson?" "I neighbor." "Huh?" So that was Santa at the door that visited them. And that was the end of the episode.
Man,
but Tim's
really
reaction, he just blinks and goes, "Huh?" I just love that. I just love that show so much.
Oh yeah, yeah. It sounds really funny.
Oh my word!
That's
just the surface. I just grazed the surface of it.
Oof.
Like, for instance, in the pilot episode, he wanted to he wanted to fix the dishwasher. Almost said fish watcher.
Oh.
And she wanted to give it more power. So
I imagine that didn't go well.
Just give me a second.
So. Oh, you have to explain it.
Yeah, like the backstory of the build-up of it. So Jill tells Tim while she's out job hunting or getting an interview to get a job, which was new in the 90s, women working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The show aged. Wow. There was stuff that they said in that show that you don't say today, but it's still people love watching it on TV and all that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jill says, "Don't touch the dishwasher." And you know what Tim says? "Mark, grab your brothers. We're going to Sears." Which you don't see a Sears anymore, by the way.
Yeah, didn't they go bankrupt or something?
Yeah, they did. Which I loved going to Sears. It was like another version of Home Depot.
Yeah,
a lot cleaner version. There was no sawdust on the floor.
Oh yeah.
But that's what I liked about
this. Yeah, I think at one point
the smell of the smell of
the
fresh
lawnmower.
sawdust when you walk in.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty good smell. Not my favorite, but it's good.
Yeah.
And I remember we had a really terrible lawnmower that we bought from them.
Oh no.
And we basically were able to return it the day before they closed, for good.
Oh.
It's a specific memory I have. We got another one somewhere else, obviously.
Yeah. But anyway, so they go to Sears and pick up the Binford 6100 air compressor.
What?
Yeah, and he hooks it up to the dishwasher under the sink. But when him and Mark were fixing it, he pulls open the bottom panel to look at the wires. Like, wow, look at all the wires in there.
Oh.
But I'm sorry. The show ended in 99, not 98.
Oh, okay.
Just short of
no difference to me. I still didn't exist yet.
So it's like yellow. It's the color of the sun. It heats the ground. That's why they named stuff. Is that car running?
What?
He shocks himself. It was like, I did that to teach you an important lesson. What's that, Dad? Whenever you're working on electricity, it's good to shut down the whole house. shut off the whole house. But when he went to go shut the power off, he went to the fuse box, and he was like, "Gosh, I shouldn't have wrote that in pencil, should I?" The graphite wore off.
Yeah, maybe use a Sharpie for that, man.
Yeah. Anyway, then later on, Jill comes home. And is like, "Is that grease on your hand?" "No, it's an electrical burn." "Did you touch the dishwasher?" "Did I touch the dishwasher?" But then it's like, now see, here you're freaking out over nothing, all right? And he puts in a plate that had egg on it, which is hard to get off. Believe me, it is. And so then you hear the. It's like, you hear that? That is a man's dishwasher. It explodes out the other side of the wall.
Oh my god!
You see plates and dishwash and plates, cups, and a table knife stuck in the wall.
Oh god, I'm glad no one was around.
Yeah.
I would have died. 100%.
Yeah.
They would not survive.
Yeah. Well, you're surprised that they're still around for that long and the house is still standing.
Honestly.
And the one thing that Jill would always says, like whenever Tim's about to fix something, she always asks, "Will Al be there?" It's like, let me tell you something. Al's my assistant. He assists me. Because he's his assistant on his tool show. Tool time. Anyway, so he's talking to Wilson, which I always love. Whenever he goes to Wilson, I'm like, oh no, because he excuse me. He would like give him advice, and then Tim like botches it later, but then this time is like, "So Jill got mad at me because I didn't listen to her." "No, I think she got mad at you because you blew up the dishwasher."
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah. But you gotta check that show out if you're able to.
Yeah, it sounds like a classic.
Oh, it is.
I probably will.
Like, I find like when I'm rewatching it, I always find myself watching it and I'm like, "Oh wow, I'm already in season 3."
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I think the last show I saw where he was the star was what is it, Last Man Standing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. And it was an episode where they hired a cleaning lady.
Oh.
And yeah, and she was actually a really funny character. She wound up being my favorite character in that whole episode.
Oh yeah.
But basically, you know, the kids were starting to get spoiled. Like, they would make a mess on accident, and then, you know, Tim, he would say, "Hey, clean it up," and then the kid would say, "Well, the cleaning lady's gonna do it," and then he realized that the whole thing was spoiling the kids and making them entitled and not accountable for the messes they make and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so he basically told the cleaning lady to basically raise them with the same kind of fiery tiger mom kind of aspect
From
that
Mexico.
she was raised by.
Yeah. Release the dingoes or something.
Oh yeah.
Release wait, dingoes are in Australia. What am I saying?
That's the wrong continent, but it was basically she I can't remember the Spanish word for it, but it translates to beach cats.
Oh yeah.
Stray cats that live on the beaches of Mexico, and they're very like aggressive. And there was a time where
I remember this episode.
Yeah, it was like they were punished by being buried in the sand of the
Yo,
cats.
Nino, pick that up right now.
You better pick that up right now, or else those beach cats are gonna come after you.
Yeah.
It was so funny at the end. That was my favorite scene.
Oh yeah.
It was that. Yeah, it's the only scene. Man, it was really funny.
Yeah, Last Man Standing. It had some pretty good moments, but it doesn't hold a candle close to Home Improvement. Believe me.
I'm sure.
It's
The
100.
The first instance is always the best.
Believe me when I tell you this. It's 100 times more funny than Last Man Standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first instance of something is usually the best one.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Now,
not always, but mostly.
There was one other moment that just popped up in my head, where Randy was having his first ever boy girl party. And
okay.
And then Brad is like warning Randy about how Jill, their mom, is gonna do something embarrassing. Oh yeah, it's like, and the number one rule about a boy-girl party: no annoying parents like allowed at the party. And then Jill comes down. Great news! I brought something for your party. My old 45s. You're letting us have guns at the party? It was her old record player.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, so I gotta find an old or it's like, yeah, but you have to have an old machine to play that, and you won't be able to find that here in town anymore. It's like, not true. I still have my little record player right here, though I gotta find a needle for it. Hey, why don't you jump in your time machine?
Wow.
Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah. Though, and Tim had a gift for Randy's boy girl party. It was a little dance floor that had 18 coats of wax on it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's oh man.
It's supposed to have one coat of wax.
That's a lot of broken bones.
Yeah, well,
that's a lot of broken bones there.
A girl that Randy liked did, like, as soon as she stepped onto the dance floor, she slipped and rolled her ankle. And it's like, yeah, it was like, well, she's kind of slipped on the dance floor. Slipped? You could have ice capades on that thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But what's funny? We later find out in the emergency room that Tim's a regular. they treat him like a regular customer or something.
Oh man.
Like, some party, huh? It's like, well, it's the best party I ever had, being surrounded by a bunch of bleeding infected people.
Hey, you know what?
Anyway,
I just realized that I would be committing a crime if we did not bring up SpongeBob.
Oh yes. Where
has cemented itself in internet culture forever.
Oh yeah.
And ever and ever.
Where should I start? Or where should we start? The part where the original seasons were best, or should we say how crap it was after the first movie?
I mean, it was pretty awful after the first movie, and then it was good again whenever who was it?
Hillenburg.
Not Ultimate. Yeah, David Hillenburg when he rejoined.
Yeah.
Like in between the time where he rejoined and when he sadly passed away.
Before he passed away.
Yeah. Yeah. Those were the only good times. Like when he was working on the show actively.
When he had when he had full reins on the show.
Because it did quality hard for a while. But there were a few episodes that I really like in particular that we could just talk about. Sandcastles of the Sand is one of my favorite episodes where they have like the sand fighter planes with the cannons and the army and the oh my god, it was so funny. Oh man.
I also remember it's not any relevance to the game, which I love. The GameCube game, Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Battle of Bikini Bottom, where
Yeah.
Patrick thought it was about for those that love to wash their hands and those who didn't. It's like, you don't wash your hands? Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my word.
I think my favorite quote in the entire SpongeBob series is, "It sounds like a lot of hoopla!
Sounds like hoopla!
Sounds like a lot of hoopla! Sounds like a lot of hoops!" When he gets hit by a brick.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of hoopla for a little Krabby Patty, right? Wrong!
And then, of course, the da 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 da
Did it at the same time. But oh dang it. Yeah, before that, where it was like the soul and gallbladder of the Krusty Krab is the customer, or we should like to say, the Crustomer. Who said that? Are you a ghost? Squidward, the ceiling's talking to me. Would you like to place an order or have conversation with a Pamela?
Hi, is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick!
I'm not a Krusty Krab. Hey, pal.
And the walls are oozing out green stuff! Oh wait, no, it always does that. From the Linking Slasher episode, that's another good one.
Hey, pal.
Nosferatu! Click, click, click,
yeah,
click,
I was
click,
like,
click,
what in the world? Which I later found out was the first ever cinematic vampire.
Oh, yeah.
From the 19 teens or 20s.
Yeah.
The silent film era.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was urban legend saying that the actor really was a vampire. They made a whole movie based around that idea.
Oh, that's interesting.
They said the actor was so really in character. It was like that he really was a vampire.
Yeah, maybe he was just a method actor.
They had William Dafoe play as that actor / character, Nosferatu. Yeah. Anyway, hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town? But oh, there are so many good episodes that I remember. Remember the first Halloween episode?
You'll have to remind me. There's so many of them.
No, the first ever, where Scaredy Pants.
I don't think I remember that one.
Really? Where SpongeBob was scared of everyone was afraid of, or was angry that everyone kept calling him Scaredy Pants and was trying to be scary, but he isn't. So he decided to become the Flying Dutchman. And so so Patrick comes in with Groucho Marx glasses, scares him.
Oh yeah.
And puts like a bed sheet over him. Is like, yeah, you're my new you're going as my mattress. It's like, no, I'm not. Or no, he's going as his trick or treat bag.
Oh yeah.
But then it was saying that the reason why he's not scary is because his head's square while Ghost's is round. So Patrick had to shave off pretty much his body.
Oh no.
And then we see that his head's round, but then after he tried scaring everyone at the Krusty Krab, who, by the way, Sandy went as a goldfish in a bowl. I don't get it.
Oh, you know what? I think I think I have seen this.
Yeah,
actually.
and the real Flying Dutchman shows up.
Yeah. Oh, he is such a good character.
Who still is voiced by the same actor.
I was gonna say he's also voiced by Tom Kenny, right?
No. Huh? What?
Oh.
No.
No. Tom Kenny voices
SpongeBob
Patchy
and Gary.
Pirate. And Patchy too.
Yeah. Or plays as Patchy.
Yeah, plays Patchy, not voices.
Anyway, so it's like, first let me get rid of this stupid costume. And you see him take off, like, screaming. And we see that SpongeBob, all that's left is just a stick, eyeballs, nose, mouth, and his brain.
Right.
Hey, what do you know? I scared him. And everyone takes off screaming. It's like, look, I scared everybody. Yeah, I think it was because of your pink hat. Pink hat? No, that's not a hat. That's my brain. Oh. But yeah, there's so, oh dang it! Every time I think of a funny moment, another one takes its place. Do you remember where they wanted to where Patrick or SpongeBob and Patrick wanted to visit Sandy, but she was hibernating?
Oh, I think didn't they like take her fur and make her really mad?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that episode where she
looks like an overinflated Sandy doll. I think this thing is Sandy.
She looked like a savage, like
beast, yeah.
It reminded me of like a werewolf transformation scene, honestly.
A what?
That's what it made me think of. Like a werewolf transformation scene where it's like suddenly becoming this beastly thing that's absolutely terrifying, and like she roars at them, they run away, I don't know if they made it out. Did they?
Actually they never left.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm looking back, they almost get out, but they never left. Until her fur grew back, at least, probably. Anyway,
yeah.
My favorite part of that episode was where they're making fun of how she was like her sleep talk of like bandits like Dirty Dan and Pinhead. And her
you call him Pinhead.
Who you calling Pinhead?
Yeah, that's another meme format that's pretty popular these days.
Yes, but yeah, I love that part. As soon as I first saw that, I was like, "What the crap?" But my favorite moment of that was we shouldn't disturb her anymore. That's not disturbing. This is disturbing. It's like a face pops up from his back.
Oh.
Huh.
All right.
There it is. I found it. I found it. I found it.
Oh no.
Hold on. I gotta wait. Let it load. Yeah, that's it. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
When's it gonna...
Hold on, it's just a still image.
Oh. Dang it. Hold on.
Oh.
Open.
Anyways,
open
what other episodes can I think of? Chocolate with Nuts, Pizza Delivery.
Yeah! Chocolate!
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I remember,
whoops, I never...
driving the rock home.
Oh yeah, pizza delivery. That's another classic. The Krusty Krab pizza.
Honestly, it might be my favorite episode of the whole show, just because, for once, like, Squidward actually stands up for SpongeBob.
Huh?
And, you know, because he,
there it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I remember that, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
there, SpongeBob. My name is Pat Back.
Man.
But yeah.
Um.
Pizza. Pizza.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah.
Um.
But yeah,
I just really loved the moment where basically Squidward, after the guy who ordered the pizza like basically rejected the order for taking too long and was
or no,
basically
he's like,
juked.
where's my
SpongeBob
drink?
made him cry. And he was mad because there wasn't a drink included, and so Squidward went back after yelling at SpongeBob and making SpongeBob cry, basically.
Yeah.
And he basically just said, "Hey, here's your pizza," and the guy who ordered said, "Look, I'm not paying for this."
Well, this one's on the house.
And he said, and just slammed it in his face and slammed the door shut and like dusted his hands off, did the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then we're like, "Don't worry, he ate all of it in one bite." And then they found the rock, and SpongeBob cried over fighting the rock because he could drive a rock, but apparently he can't drive a car. So I'm like,
yeah.
But
that's sad, isn't it?
So they, yeah,
it's
home. Just.
Are you kidding? We got enough time to get back to
everywhere.
work.
He doesn't need a boating license.
Work. But the chocolate with nuts one is a classic. But
it is.
I love the beginning episode. Like it starts off where SpongeBob's like waiting in the mailbox, and then, "Hi, mailman!" They look at this Fancy Living Digest magazine. "This guy's so rich, he has a swimming pool in a swimming pool." Patrick looks over at the page next to it, and it shows a guy with piles and piles of money, and he just goes, "This guy's got shoes." I'm like,
I mean, that would seem rich to him because he doesn't wear shoes.
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure the only characters I've seen that wear shoes are actually SpongeBob and Sandy. I don't think anyone else wears shoes. Isn't that true?
Oh, whoa, you're right. I just realized. Wow.
I don't think anyone else wears shoes.
Well, the SpongeBob family, of course.
Just them. Oh yeah, the whole SpongeBob family. Does Pearl wear shoes?
Oh yeah, she does. She does. They're like really tiny though.
Yeah.
So, wait, no.
I can see why he would hold
Mrs.
high
Puff
regard.
does.
Not many characters wear shoes.
Not Mrs. Pearl, Mrs. Puff.
Oh, I said Mrs. Pearl. I meant Pearl as in like Mrs. Puff does wear shoes, but I'm also talking about Pearl as in Mr. Krabs' daughter.
Oh.
Doesn't she wear shoes too?
No. She did want.
I couldn't remember.
She did want. What was called flipper slippers.
Oh. Alright, I couldn't remember. But yeah,
But
yeah, I mean that's a interesting thought, honestly.
But I'm trying to look for this one moment of SpongeBob that I remember vividly.
I'm trying to think of something too. Oh, one of my favorite episodes as a kid was the episode where Squidward tried Krabby Patties for the first time, and he grew an obsession with it, and then he went to that vault. Yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes. It still is, honestly. I still like Sandcastles of the Sand more, but that was also really good because I liked the whole scene where he basically ate every single Krabby Patty in the vault.
Yeah.
And then he calls SpongeBob and says, "What?" Yeah, no, I remember the whole dialogue exchange. It was like, "SpongeBob, I ate all the Krabby Patties. What's gonna happen to me? Am I gonna blow up?" And then he said, "No, it'll go straight to your thighs." And then it shows his whole big beefy legs all of a sudden. And then he says, "And then you blow up." Boom.
It's not exactly how it went, but the last part, yeah, it did. Squidward, you can't eat all those you can't eat all those Krabby Patties at one time. What's gonna happen? Am I gonna blow up? No, worse. It'll go right to your thighs. right thighs, and then you blow up. And then the guy in the ambulance, or the doctor in the ambulance. I remember my first Krabby Patty.
Anyways, that was a good episode.
Here's that one scene that I mentioned. Ready?
Yeah.
Afternoon, son. Hello, brothers.
Oh.
Son, we're looking for the maniac.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
It's the maniac!
Oh yeah. Yeah, where he's got what is it? The walkie-talkie, and he's going, wait.
Yeah, but this part always cracks me up.
Horrible!
His face!
I remember that!
Stay indoors, son.
Yeah, the screaming.
Cone off your head.
Take that cone off your head. But yeah, the part you were thinking of is this.
My way back. Hurry, SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's it. He's just standing there menacingly. Yeah, and I love how Night Sky kind of just collapsed in. I love the look on his face. The look on his face is priceless. Oh man, I think I've seen meme formats that have to do with Among Us with this whole scenario.
This face here.
No, with the whole he's just standing there menacingly, and it's like a screenshot.
This right here.
Yeah, right here, and then Patrick would be the crewmate, and then SpongeBob would be another crewmate who looks like the imposter but actually isn't. Or just the imposter in general.
What's he doing?
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Yeah, that's it right there. He's just
standing there
menacingly. Oh my word!
Man, it is so funny.
Though, wait, there is one episode that we really need to talk about before we end this.
Oh yeah,
Band Geeks.
Band Geeks?
Yeah,
Band
yes,
Geeks.
yes. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Yeah, it's Tom Kenny's. No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
His hand raises up again.
Horseradish is not an instrument either. You know what? There's this video series I watch where this guy he recreates like episodes of SpongeBob in Animal Crossing.
Oh yes, I remember seeing a few of his videos.
Yeah.
The bully episode is one of my favorites that he's done. I love.
Yeah, he actually also
Wait, he redid Band Geeks?
No. He recreated Hamilton too in Animal Crossing.
I love that musical.
I'm not gonna spoil who Hamilton is.
Alexander
You have to watch it for
Hamilton.
yourself.
Yeah.
But that's a good show
I'm not
too.
giving away my
but
shot. That's my favorite
I think
song.
Hercules Morgan's my favorite character.
Huh?
Oh, I really like the Battle of Yorktown. That was my favorite.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah,
I think my favorite gag in that episode is when they're practicing the marching, and the people with the batons in front go too fast, and then they like start going off, and they crash into a blimp. I laughed so hard, I had the hiccups for the rest of the day. Like, the rest of the day. I couldn't breathe.
Yeah,
it was so funny.
You're just spinning, and all of a sudden it.
Yeah, oh my god, that was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It was just out of nowhere.
They put, Yeah, I wasn't expecting it at all. That's how you know it's really funny.
Yeah.
And then whenever they put on Plankton as the harmonica
Oh
player,
yeah.
we had to like do a marathon just to get to the other side of it.
Yeah, and then
And, you know, that really high note at the end.
yeah.
I think his soul left his body
Yeah,
when that
I think so
happened.
too.
He like fainted or something.
Yeah. But
Oh my God.
oh, there was one other hilarious part in that episode, but whoever's the owner of the white sedan, you left your lights on. He's stuck in a trauma because he kicked Sandy in the
Yeah.
butt. But of course we can't. Of course we can't forget to mention the song at the end. Cause it's free.
Oh, Sweet Victory.
Or sweet, cause it's sweet, sweet victory.
Yeah. I don't know who
People still love
performed
that
song.
People still listen to that song to this day.
Oh yeah, you can hear it anywhere. It
It's
doesn't even sound like it should be in SpongeBob, but that's why it's so
Yeah.
funny.
I know, right? You'd never guess it would be in a SpongeBob episode.
Yeah, I think the only way it could be even more funny and unpredictable if it was like a straight up rock opera.
Oh. Yeah.
I would laugh if it were rock opera, but I'm fine with just standard classic rock they went with because it was such a good song. I
Yeah.
love that song. I'm a huge music nerd, so I'm not gonna nerd out and talk about the crescendos, the choice of instrument. I'm not gonna go off about that because it's pointless. It's just a good song, and I really like it.
Oh yeah.
It's such a classic.
Oh,
I love
hands
it
down. Yeah.
to the ends of the earth.
It's the best. It's
Yeah.
like the best SpongeBob song ever written.
Oh yeah,
Most memorable too.
yeah. I think the only other song that I really like from the series is Best Day Ever. I used to sing that song like on repeat when it first came out because I saw it on premiere. Yeah.
But
It's
one of
such I love that song too.
another SpongeBob song I remember is F is for friends who do stuff together. U
We
is
stuff
for
together,
U
you
is
is for you and me.
N is for anywhere and
And
anytime
is
at
for
all.
anywhere and anytime at all.
Down here in the deep blue sea.
It's
F is for fire.
Song.
Oh, that was a fun. That's what the I think was the title of the episode.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that's a classic. Oh, I
Yeah.
can't forget to mention about the episodes with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Oh yeah, it's like a huge parody of any like superhero comics that existed at the time.
Yeah, but yeah,
Mhm.
the
It was
It was-
super good.
funny how they got oh dang it, what's the actor's name?
Oh.
Dang, what was that?
That was Stacy. Ignore her.
But
She's being
yeah,
sassy again.
but yeah, rest in peace to that actor.
Oh, he passed away?
Yeah. By the way, he is actually a guest in an episode of Home Improvement. Actually.
Really?
Hey, are we really on TV?
That's really cool.
Yeah, but yeah, he's a great actor. He had a really nice sentimental moment at the end of that episode on Home Improvement.
Aww.
Yeah. He was talking about like how Tim was like, you know, even though I can't ever understand that woman, and he's like, don't. And he starts explaining about how his wife would just drive him nuts. And he said she always put up these little porcelain cats up on a windowsill, and then he would take them down and put them back in the cupboard, and then he would come back and put them, and they're back on the windowsill. And he's like, so where are they at now? On a windowsill. Why didn't you take them down? What for? It was like, but yeah, he said just don't try to understand your wife or women. You just be with them. It was see, that's one of the most sentimental moments that are from Home Improvement that hits a lot of people.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
But they
So-
did have some funny one-liners. Like
Oh,
the other,
of course.
like the other actor, he this old actor, he had like a lazy eye or whatever. Was looking off at the in a different direction.
Yeah.
And is like, oh, I loved how the women at the retirement home, they would have those nice seams going up the back of their legs. Those weren't seams, those were veins.
Oh.
But they
man.
but they played as retired auto repair and like help build parts of cars. Like
Yeah.
he was like,
Auto engineers.
yeah.
All right.
He was rear bumpers and the other guy was headlights.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, he's like, just remember when you go and buy a car, this is the face of the man who installed that bumper. And he goes over to the guy with the lazy eyes, and this is the face of the man who aligned the headlights. It shows his eye.
Oh.
Ernest Borgnine, that's who it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other guy, he was in a lot of the Carol Burnett show. Tim Conway.
Yeah. Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Oh,
what? He passed away too?
who? Barnacle Boy?
Tim Conway.
Oh, they both passed away?
Dang it.
Damn, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Ernest Borgnine passed away in 2012 and Tim passed away in 2019.
Oh,
Dang it.
man. Well,
But yeah,
that's real sad.
But yeah, I love that it's like her most heroic, boldest, oldest superheroes. But
Oh, man.
there was one part that I was in my head as a kid. I was like, wait, what? I was like, and to this day, I always hear that word where they're like, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy in the flesh. But in my mind, it was like saying, it like they said, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy and the Flash. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
And I was thinking in my head, I'm making a YouTube poop and just add like a chopped image of the Flash sitting next to them.
Or to make it even funnier, just have it be like Sheldon Cooper dressed up as the Flash.
Oh yeah.
To make it even more absurd.
Mermaid Man and the Flash. Yeah. I think this would be a fun, a good wrap up for this episode.
Yeah, we have been going for quite a while.
Yeah, we really talked a lot.
Oh, man.
I didn't mean to go that long on Home Improvement. Sorry.
Oh, it's totally fine. I think we were able to get common ground with SpongeBob, so we made up
Yeah.
for whatever contributions we made to the conversation.
I mean,
on
who
an
hasn't
individual level.
hasn't grown up watching SpongeBob?
I have no clue. Like people who were
Overseas.
born and like died before it started, I guess.
What?
Or like people who just like lived
Wow.
before the show existed.
Wow. I mean,
What?
I'm just talking about people who are alive right now.
Okay, well that's the only
What the-
like logical
What the
conclusion I can
crap,
think
man?
of. I mean, it's true, isn't it?
It's a rhetorical question.
It's. All right. Well,
I mean,
yeah. There's a lot of
Dang,
people who've
that
seen
went
it.
dark. That went dark, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Whoa. Well, that concludes this episode of RandoConvo. You
On a
alright?
very dark note.
Yeah, and we'll see y'all next week. Alright, bye.
Bye, everyone.